Hello, ladies and gents. I'd like to take a few minutes to review with you today's Type 3. So in today's Type 3, you are going to be earning 30 points, 10 for each of these three areas that you will be assessed on. For the first area of assessment, you need to make sure that you cite, in this case, not several pieces, although that's what obviously an analytical essay requires, but you're going to cite a piece of textual evidence that supports the claim you make in your analysis. So one strong piece of evidence that supports the claim in your analysis. Keep in mind, I'm giving you the claim for this analytical piece, and that particular claim is as follows. Through careful study of Abbey's actions, readers can clearly infer that Edward Abbey is observant of his new surroundings in the Arches National Park. So you need to find a solid piece of text evidence that connects to the two skills that are present within this body paragraph claim. You will write your evidence with quotation marks around it, word for word from the passage, underneath the charted box. After you do that, please provide your best possible analysis in full sentences of that given evidence. As you do so, make sure, for style number 2, in your analysis, you use domain-specific vocabulary to create a sense of authority or know-how. I should clearly see through your full sentence analysis that you know what the two skills are in this claim that you have to find and point out and connect back to. So make sure that you use the terminology of an expert when it comes to someone who is analyzing informative text. The last thing you need to make sure of is that you spell correctly. This is for both your evidence and your full sentence analysis. And the evidence, in fact, is word for word in the text. That includes proper spelling from the text. Make sure in your full sentence analysis that you check each of the words that you use for proper and correct spelling. Keep in mind a Type 3 doesn't need to be perfect outside of these areas to get the points. That also means that if you notice something spelled wrong, it's completely okay to just make the correction directly on it, visually, by crossing out the old word and correcting the spelling immediately on the paper. So don't worry about if you have marks of edit and revision within this. That's completely okay. It's a Type 3. You have as much time as you need, but make sure that you've done the Type 1 for today, as well as make sure that you've watched your writing video for today. And make sure that you turn this paper in to the teacher once you're finished. It is the final thing that you must do, and you must turn it in whether you finish or not, because you only get this specific amount of time to work on it. So if it's unfinished, you turn in what you have. This is not a partner activity. Take this seriously. There should be no talking, and there should be no interacting or bouncing ideas off of each other. It's worth 30 points. Make sure you give your best work, because our next week's groupings of rotations and stations will be determined by your results. Go ahead and get working.